Over its history, Egypt was attacked by many empires. The evidence says that Egyptian culture had the strength to resist and endure.
Egyptian culture, Egyptian society, Egyptian religious beliefs conquered the conquerors.
The Bahariya Oasis in the Western Desert. The first clues that this area is unusual lie on the sand itself. Bones and skulls litter the valley floor. The skeletons belong to buried corpses. They have been dug up by wild animals, a sign of what secrets lie beneath the sand. The discovery was made not by an adventurer or an archaeologist. In fact, the discoverer could not even speak.
The discovery happened by accident.
In 1994, a donkey got lost in the desert. When the owner came to look for his beast, he found it rooted to the spot, staring into a hole in the desert.
He looked. Inside the hole, he saw mummies. And I came here, and we began our excavation. It was like a dream.
The discovery of so many untouched mummies is a priceless gift to modern science.
Throughout early Egyptian archaeology, many cemeteries were excavated by early Egyptologists who dug up the bodies, the bones, and the mummies were thrown away. They were dispersed.
Early explorers often discarded the mummies in their search for treasure. Mummies were lost in ways that shock modern archaeologists.
They were even used for fuel to cook dinners.
The mummies found at Bahariya are a rare resource, uncontaminated, undamaged.
We have an entire population of people, generation after generation, in one place.
2,000 years ago, Egypt was invaded by the Romans, who settled across the country. The mummies buried in the valley were of these Romans. They date to around 300 BC.
They're going after Egypt because it's one of the wealthiest countries of the Mediterranean. It has all of the gold of Africa. It has the grain. It has all of the resources of Pharaoh. So this is a little jewel in the crown of any empire.
The settlements here were destroyed over time. But studies of the mummies reveal that nothing could destroy the Egyptian culture.
The Egyptians had such a strong sense of culture, such a long history, that really they changed the invaders more than the invaders changed them.
These were Roman mummies. But Egyptian culture still determined the manner of their burial.
Mummification started 3000 BC, and it continued all over the Egyptian history until the Roman period.
Until they came to Egypt, the Romans wrapped their corpses in strips of linen.
In the beginning, most of the mummies, their faces covered with linen like this completely.
But the Egyptians produced coffins and death masks with faces.
Here we have this mask with the face, and all the other mummies have masks.
The masks reveal the change from Roman style to Egyptian as the invaders became naturalized.
You can see this cultural unification, this cultural melding going on right before our eyes from generation to generation.
But the mummies hold another secret. To investigate this, a selection have been moved to a facility where they have been cleaned and restored. Here in sealed cases, the masks reveal even more insights into the Egyptian culture. The mummies are covered in gold.
The ancient Egyptians loved gold. It was obviously one of the most expensive things in the ancient world. But most importantly for the Egyptians, they believed that the body of a god was made out of gold.
This reveals an insight into what the ancient Egyptians believed about reincarnation in the afterlife.
When you die, you are transformed from a mortal into a divine being, which is why they had gold on, sometimes literally on the face, otherwise on the coffins or sarcophagi, because that showed that you had been transformed from the mortal state to the divine.
The mummies are evidence that the Romans adopted the Egyptian use of gold in their religious beliefs. And yet the design of the faces reflects the Roman influence of these new settlers.